It is Saturday, June the 28th, 2014. My name is Michael Wright, and this is the weekend Elliottwave video. Just before going forward, please do pause the recording and read over the risk disclaimer. Okay, let's jump into the members area and look at not only a few of our closed trades, but also look at a couple trades that we are actually in at the moment. Also look at what worked well last week and what has worked well this month. As thus far, we are posting a gain of about 14%. So very important to really repeat certain things that you do well. When you don't do things well, refocus and get back on track. So let's take a look at the trading log. So week one, up about 150 pips. A couple of the big trades during week one was, well, the big one was the long Kiwi dollar. As you all are aware, I prefer trading the Kiwi over all pairs, but I really look for the pairs that actually have the best risk to reward ratio. But week one, the Kiwi dollar was the big standout. Week two, we were up about 126 pips. Big standout there was the long pound Kiwi. Pound Kiwi is an interesting pair. Pound Kiwi, Euro Kiwi, Euro Aussie, Pound Aussie, in that if you are trading it, your stops are going to need to be wider than what you would normally pair on, let's say, a pair like the Euro dollar, the Pound dollar, etc. And the reason for that is because price action moves fairly quickly. Don't rule out getting stopped out in about 20 minutes to an hour. It sometimes can happen just because of the movement that you'll see in those crosses. But in this case, it worked out well. I do remember that trade, a nice bounce off of the trendline support, and came off of the back of, I believe, was data coming out of the United Kingdom. The third week, up about 22 pips, and this fourth week, really holding some trades. Probably will hold it into the next month of July. So Monday comes around, I don't rule out I'm still being in that position to Tuesday, which is July 1st. Alright, so just off of a breakdown of the currency popularity for June. As you guys can see, the most trades that I've taken actually was pound dollar, which is pretty interesting compared to previous months, previous years. But then right behind that was the Kiwi dollar, and as you all can see, I really have no bias in terms of which pairs. Really wanted to put out more of a detailed breakdown of trading, and looking to continue to do so, as I know we get a lot of questions, etc. So looking to make our performance a little more detailed, and definitely give me feedback and let me know what you all think of this. But again, so far for June, up about 14%, and we are in 4 open trades. So it will be more if I close them out, but again, I still like prices higher. So let's actually go and look at these trades that we are currently in as of late. These 3 are actually the stops now, or at break even. So first we have the dollar yen. The dollar yen from an Elliottwave standpoint, we are looking a whole lot lower. Alright, we're 1-2. With that being said, a 3 could come down into the 99 area, a possible jump 4 wave to the 100.25, with a 5th wave exceeding or dipping below that 3rd wave of 99.25. So that's the ideal plan. Again, stops already at break even. So let's see how the dollar yen does come to life as we kick off the month of July. Meanwhile, Euro dollar was a good setup in my opinion. Traded it right off of the 4-hour trendline support. It did dip below, but then it did come back to trade back above that area. And the first target is about 137, which is the 100% Fibonacci extension, which also is the A equals C objective. But just in my opinion, I'll go over your dollar a little bit more. But in my opinion, I don't believe it will only halt at that 137 zone. A break above there, however, will add color to the bullish picture towards the 138 marker, which is the 161.8% Fibonacci extension, and then the proposed C wave. Whether it's a C or a third wave, we will soon find out, sooner than later. But I do rather 138 and have revised my targets as such. Meanwhile, euro pound wasn't a euro pound earlier this week. And then it bounced. Actually, we took it off of a breakout. It actually bounced. We got to break even. It came back to take us out at break even, and then I re-entered as soon as it touched this 4-hour trendline support, which also lined up well with the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement. With that being said, looking much higher. Targets right now are for 82.0, and let's actually look at the euro pound first. So euro pound, again, you can see how it bounced right off of that trend line. This is a 4-hour chart. Has been really slammed to the downside over the past couple months, so a major turnaround I do not rule out. On the daily time frame, you can see the support off of that descendant congestion zone, and this area also lined up with the 78.6 fib on the 77.60 to the 88.20 upswing. With that being said, the next real topside ceiling comes in about 81.80, which is about 180 pips higher. That's really going to be targets, and then we'll see how it plays out. Will I take it short if it comes here? Probably not. I'll probably just wait to see how prices do react around this level, and the longer it stays at those elevated prices, then the more likely it is for a topside breakout. But again, just going to target 81.80 first, and then see how the pair does play out thereafter. Euro dollar, again, you can see the bounce, and you can see where I said how prices dipped below but never made a close below that area, therefore not negating that bullish picture that is painting and still keeping that outlook intact. And then again, the A to C, so you can see why I say 100% first targets with a major move towards 138. Meanwhile, update on dollar yen, nice breakout thus far. Still has a lot of downside. Unless it starts to give us some divergence, we will remain and keep that bearish bias intact and just trail stops along the way to lock in some profits. Alright guys, so those are the couple pairs that we are in as of late. In terms of new possible positions, actually a new possible position, I'm keeping a close eye on the Euro Aussie. If the Aussie continues to sell off, then the Euro Aussie should ideally see a breakout. A 4-hour close above this area and a hold above here will then put some support around that 144.70. Again, keep in mind what I was saying earlier, in that your stops on these type of pairs have to be larger than normal. So, but in any case, really like Euro Aussie for longs, just waiting for some confirmation, and then upside targets will be looking for about 148, 150. Alright guys, I want to thank you all for watching the weekend Elliottwave video. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to Skype me at wtcg.mike, or you can talk to myself or the other traders in the chat room, or send us an email at trade@rightinv.com. Cheers everyone, have a great weekend, and happy July 4th for those who are celebrating next Friday. Cheers again, and talk to you soon.